Good. Have a good day. You're dismissed. Goodbye.
Hello, hello, hello. What up, y'all? I just figured since I was sitting back chilling out today, and it's a Thursday, it's a beautiful day out. It's being September 5th, approximately 2:26 p.m. I figured I would come out here and share a sentiment that the majority of us understand, especially the subscribers and people that know what we do and how important it is that we do it. It gets ridiculous after a while when we have people that really don't care, what our public employees are doing. They're not paying attention, and they think that for some reason that they're allowed to take ownership, and it's real. It gets really like sickening to watch after a while, but unfortunately, we have to like keep an eye on this stuff, or otherwise, what ends up happening is it gets way out of control. And you'll see my granddaughter pop up in and out of the picture here because she's sitting right next to me today. So I'm watching my granddaughter. So I'm doing something simple, something that don't require a lot of thought here, and it challenges the person watching to see both sides of the story. That is more likely than not likely going to, I will have the preponderance of evidence on my side to show where it is that people say things on the record that don't mean nothing. It don't mean crap. They take ownership, when it don't belong to them no more than it belongs to me equally. You look up the record of deeds, it's in the people's name. It belongs to the city of blank, so-and-so, whatever. It doesn't have an individual person on there. Okay? If it does, that means it's private. Okay? It's not government ran. So I'll start off with this entitled Winch. Come on up here, baby. Thank you. Sit down. All right. I'm going to start up with this entitled Winch up here. And I'll just play him from there. Just watch this one.
Hey, boy. I needed some service. This is the building, dude. It's pretty nice. You know what I mean?
Remember, we're in a public building. Joey just got served the service that they were providing there, one of the services that he took advantage of and got some condoms that they give out to adults there. So before we go on, I just want to say hello to everybody in the audience, which is Jonathan. How you doing, buddy? Girl with a camera, what's up? Jonathan Borders, Handicap News, how you doing? It's good to see you. And everybody else that's coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, honey, you're hitting me a little too hard.
Got my little pack right here. We got the service, honey.
I'm the Vice President for Communications at CHI.
All right. You doing? My name's Joey.
Right there, automatically just taking authority. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's got a freaking camera, right? So these people are taking ownership. I'm not going to stop there. This is not about one man's journey here. All right, we're talking to a variety of people, right? My granddaughter is pushing on my back. So anyway, all right. So here's another one. Barrier Transparency did this one as well. Let's see. Let's share this one and boom. All right, here we go. Okay, hold up 1 second. Hang it. Personal delivery, mailman. Had no choice. Got to sign for those things. Anyway, all right. So here's another one for you. When it comes to this personal entitlement bullcrap people have. Again, that's my baby in the background. So my granddaughter. All right. So here we go. Listen to him take ownership. And this is a straight out lie. That when they approach you like this and talk to you like this, it is a lie, it is a disgrace, and they are basically trained by that mentality, that plantation mentality, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I know, baby.
No, I'm good, bro. Appreciate you.
What you doing?
I'm taking pictures
Of what?
of the office.
For what?
20 questions. I already answered them with her.
Well, I'm the general manager. Why are you taking pictures of my office?
Well, it's not your office, right?
What?
So, as we begin to check them, right? You see how he changed up his crap? Forget about the change. I don't care about whether we correct him or not in that assertion. Where did they get that assertion to begin with? That is the issue. Where did they get that assertion to begin with? Why does he feel compelled to delegate by saying, and starting off that delegation by saying, this is my office. This is my, and I want you to leave. And you haven't even done nothing. Right? Listen to this. Here's another one that's not so passive aggressive, but it's still coming out in the general organic way things fall into place and how they play out. This is the way it plays out, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get rid of that. Go here. Pull that up and boom. Here's another one for you.
I'm not very comfortable. I'm sure you would be uncomfortable if I started walking around your house taking pictures.
She automatically went to the narrative that we were at her house. Ownership, again. Ownership. Okay? Which is the same thing as saying this is my house. Why would you say something that is not so on the record? Because you are the custodian of the property. Right? You could be honest and say, well, I have just as much as authority as the ownership if you wanted to have a pissing contest about it. Right? And say, if I worked there and if I wanted to make my presence known, I would say, okay, I'm going to tell you like this. I know that you're in a public space and everybody's alarmed, so everybody that's alarmed can listen to me. And as I have you and your audience attention, I will say this. You're in a public space. He is in a public space. Do not go where it's restricted, because I run this joint and I make decisions for the custodians of this facility. If you wanted to be arrogant enough to say that, you could. Which, if I was arrogant enough to get my point across to somebody that I felt that was entitled, which I don't think any auditor really is entitled to record in a public space. I think people think that because they haven't taken the authority back and they continue to be in the voluntary phase of life. It gets old, guys.
I didn't know you guys lived here. Is this your house?
This is our place of business, yes.
Right, it's not your house.
So they correct it after it's all said and done, right? Right, guys? That's what we see. And it just gets sickening. And people get sick and tired of it. Especially people that are wanting to see change. You think people that really don't have anything else better to do, when you ask them, don't you have anything else better to do? Well, yeah, they do, but they can't, because you continue to play ownership and you guys continue to corrupt something that, for an example, everything in that office is paid for by the taxpayers. Let's just be frank about it. Everything in that office is paid for by us. Okay? Say like when you want to go do a records request at the police department. Let me go to this one. This one's fresh from Broken System, Broken Trust. He just did a live stream a little while ago. And if it's still up, I think it's up. Here it is. Okay. All right. So let's go into the police department in the records where he's at. And I want you to listen to this conversation and listen to how it's a business for profit. I mean, it is just flat out. You hear people coming back and forth. It's nothing about this. Yeah, I got to pay this. I got to pay that fee and this fee and that fee. And then I'm going to remind you of something when it's all said and done. What's up, MCC? How you doing? Lowdowns, what's up, brother? How you doing? Let me speed this up a little bit. You know who's there?
Got me a Dr. Phil.
All right, they serve a number nine. Where are we gonna get to the serve? Okay, right here.
You've got the first one, which is just the police report.
Yep.
All right. So you
Maybe he went live after that. But let me see. I only caught part of this, but
Hello.
here we go.
all right. So you've got the first one, which is just the police report,
Yep.
and that's right here.
Okay. Yeah.
I want you to listen to this breakdown. I want you to pay attention to me more than you do this pig or this recipient of a pig. Okay? You're talking about waste. Get rid of the pork.
I'm trying to figure out how I got trespassed from a public place when I didn't commit a crime.
Okay.
That almost appears like a civil rights violation,
The
but I'm not
second
sure.
Request is for body cam video, and there's
Okay.
a cost for that. So
Okay.
there's an estimate for the cost. We
Okay.
require a minimum 50% deposit.
$70. How long is the video?
Now, stop right there. Let's talk about this for a second. Okay? This lady that we're looking at right here, she is paid regardless at the end of the day whether we collect another dime from anybody from here on out. This woman will be paid regardless for her position, for FOIA requests and records requests. She's already paid. The paper, the printer, the ink in the printer, the electricity in the building, everybody that has their, at the end of the day, they are already paid for by me and the rest of us taxpayers in the state of Michigan. I don't know who they're fooling. I don't know why they're getting away with it. I don't know why people continue as slaves. I know I'm a slave. I get it. But I don't care if you made $100,000 a year. Go in there and fill out the indigent forms. Tell them you're indigent. Because you really can't afford to pay for something if you're paying for it twice or 3 times in a row. If you already paid for it. I already paid for this stuff. This is mine. You work for me. See, people don't get that. Job security, you're going to be there. It's kind of like that misconception in the political spectrum. And I hate talking politics because people are so ignorant when it comes to politics because they always go on what they hear and not what's written down on the piece of paper that says directive policy, which is constitutional law. All right? Directive policy is constitutional law. Exactly. And, you know, I believe MCC is making a statement on that fact as well. Wolverine, do you remember how much Detroit wanted for the body cam and arrest? I think it was like $2,300 at the end of the day. Will you please put that cost in there? Thank you. Add to my narrative. Appreciate it. Hey, what's up, James? No Mercy, how you doing? Make sure you guys are hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Anyway, again, we're getting ripped off. Where is our representation? If you don't speak for yourself, nobody else is going to speak for you. The bootlicker that lives next to you, whether they're Republicans or Democrats, are not going to freaking speak up for you. They just have a biased point of view. One is anti-government that plays anti-government. And the other one is anti-law enforcement. So if you're against law enforcement, you're a piece of crap. They're the ones with they're called bootlickers. They're the most dangerous out there because they back up this tyrannical ideology that I have to pay. Discipline. I could understand where the word discipline comes from. And I could probably accept that more than I can a guilty plea. Yeah, I agree. There needs to be discipline here. Yep, I need to be disciplined. I was wrong. Because that would be corrective action. That would be more towards what they are. Get over here, baby. Get back on the bed. So, when it comes down to it, get your guitar and play with it. Play guitar for Papa. Come on. Do. I gotta keep her. So, anyways, make a long story short, because I gotta get off of here. Yeah, there you go. Play it, baby. Do. Anyway, so you got people that call themselves the custodians of the property that has already been paid. At the end of the day, they're getting a paycheck regardless if you pay your fines and costs or not. As you see, some of us out here hasn't have a driver's license and they haven't paid their reinstatement fees and they sure as hell didn't pay anything else. I ain't saying no name. And they deposed of all that shit and got rid of them. They made the last. Good old broken system, broken trust. Gotta love it. Anyway, it didn't get her fired, did it? That he didn't pay nothing, right? And it's kind of like those idiots that call themselves the Democrats, those meltdown morons that sit around and say, "Oh my God, I vote for a Republican. I got to because they're going to take away my check, and unchecked it, I won't get a free check." Let me explain something to you. You can feel at ease if you never vote again for either one of them. Medicaid, Medicare, and everything attached to it, including your SSI, SSD, it ain't going nowhere until you spend it all. Until the government doesn't exist anymore. So quit playing like these people are going to take our stuff, because they're not. No more than she's going to lose her job because we didn't pay our fines and costs. I get so sick of this ignorance. It's bliss. And it's like destroying the rest of us people that are literally trying to make it, that are somewhat educated to what it takes to be self-sustained and to keep the government out of my business as much as possible. Listen to this pig run her mouth under that oath of office inside that government facility that is not supposed to be for profit. Talk about nothing but fines and costs. Listen real close.
It looks like there's about a half an hour of video, and body cam footage takes 3 times as long to review, so it's about an hour and a half of work.
Wow.
To do the video.
Woman, you have to work anyway. That is your job description. It is in your job description. You are paid your government contract signed by the mayor and the mayor's staff, chief of staff, and the public or the city manager that he puts under there to be a basically notary public to sign all your checks. It's already been paid. What are you talking about?
That's why I make my own videos, because, like, you know, I don't have to pay for them. They're readily accessible. You know what I mean? So, but man, you know, in today's day and age with technology, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so easy to upload videos. Like, they should just, like, do this automatically. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I mean, in total, well, like, what needs to be redacted? Like, if, like, somebody's home address or something, or where they're staying. Yeah. Okay. And then, so you need half down, and then
that sounds a little broad to me. Does that sound broad to you? It could be anything. Show me your scale of that directive operating procedure that you have, and what tells you what to get rid of and what not to get rid of. See, I believe that these people are working off of just a basic operating standard procedure. If some Joe Schmo that don't look familiar, that's useless, that looks harmless, comes in and asks for it, they probably won't redact none of it. They have no problem redacting all them bumps and nicks and right and straight right turns and hard left turns and hard right turns for broken system, broken trust when they were taking him to the jail to take the long way around to put him underneath the 9th Amendment that guarantees the 14th Amendment from on cruel and unusual punishment, that Roe versus Wade even is leaning on that foundation to move forward with its facts and rights to move forward on the grounds that they have. A lot of people use that. They don't even understand what that came from. Hey, girl, what are you doing? Get over here. Get out of there. Get out. Come on. Come on. You want some graham crackers? I'm sorry, guys. I gotta deal with my daughter. Here. Come here. You want some of these? Just ask Papa. Here you go. Here you go, sweetheart. Thank you for knocking all that stuff over here. Anyway, I got a mirror right here watching her behind me. But the point is that it doesn't make a difference what service that these people provide. It's already paid for. Hey, what's up, Shakar? How you doing? So why do we accept this? I'm asking people. I want to see it in the comment section. Why ain't you doing something about this? If you're in this community, I want people to participate. So why call this White Lake Township and look it up, Google it, do your own work since you're going to redress it, and call them and say, hey, that fat lady with curly hair? When she said, yeah, well, I got work to do, and, I'm going to charge you even more for a half hour, 45 minutes. No. We already paid for that. Man, we already paid for that. I got news for you. What you're doing is taxing people without representation right now. That is, we have absolutely no representation for that new tax that she is putting out here. And she's justifying it under the clause to where the judge and the Supreme Court says they're allowed to charge 70 cents per whatever in the state of Michigan and other places in the federal courts. It's supposed to be a surcharge where it equals out. Yeah, you can have some more. Go ahead. Where it equals out, and if everybody paid that 70 cents that participated, eventually, if it was just for one little document, 70 cents ain't nothing, right? They paid 60 cents for what more than what it was worth. And that happens in a lot of different instances that make up for those $14.17, So anyways, I'm just saying, these are the things that I'm talking about. Listen to her talk about these fees. Listen to this pig, and this is a pig. To me, a pig is very wasteful. It eats nothing but slop, and it's very wasteful. Look
The other half, when it comes
That's how sloppy she is as a pig.
in, is there any way to, to make this a little bit more reasonable?
I can't change the cost, but on your FOIA request, you can request for a discount for indigents.
See, I've been telling people about indigent for a long time. You claim indigent. It's an old procedure made up back in the 1960s, when people that were poor people that were getting arrested, mostly African Americans, especially African Americans, really could not afford any type of exculpatory or any type of evidence that's on the record that the prosecutor's not using, and you need to go get it yourself, but they're trying to charge you for it, and you don't have the money for it.
If you meet these requirements, you can sign the line down here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll figure out if I want to pay this or not. But how do we get now? Two other requests that I wanted to make. Number one, I want to inspect all the records on Swalwell, like his entire personnel file. How do I inspect the records?
You can submit a FOIA request, and we can.
Can I get a blank one? Because I used up the only two blank ones, but I want to see everything in his personnel file.
Okay.
And Ivory's too. And yeah, salary, everything. We need to really focus on why these guys think it's okay to violate people's rights.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And you said there were two things, so I can work on both of them at the same time. What's the second one?
So inspect Swalwell and Ivory's records. And then the second one is how do we pull all the calls that my sister has made to here? Like, do I just put in her phone number and then we can just go back to see?
Listen to this hustler. I've heard people make drug deals, and it sounds like somebody trying to hustle. Listen to this hustling bitch.
all.
Give
trying to extort more money out of us. Listen to it.
phone number, time, her name, details like that.
But I don't know all the times that she would have called.
We have to have some parameters to know what to search. Otherwise, if it's forever,
Okay.
The more we search, the longer the time.
You hear that? The longer the time, it doesn't matter. You pig. You know what? She needs to get the hell off my screen right now, because I'll start cussing. It's disgusting. If you want to go watch it, go see Broken System, Broken Trust, and watch it. But I am not going to sit back and pretend that right there is not happening when it is. That is no representation for taxation right there. And they're double charging us, which is embezzlement. They are embezzling money right on camera. And this woman had enough arrogance to say it to our faces because she knew she was on a live stream. You see what I'm saying? Thank you guys for coming. If you guys got any more information that you have done on this particular situation that you know that would help us redress these things, please put it in the comments. I will see you in the comments. God bless. Have a good day. Wolverine's back quiet reading the mail. Ciao.